decision to be made. If you're unaware, Humble Choice, or Humble Bundle in general, is a program where you can basically pay $12 a month or less if you say sign up for a unlimited plan. And every month there is 12 games that you are able to claim. And if you don't like the games that are shown, you can always pause your subscription and have it, roll on over to next month. So every single month, I like to look at these games, see how they are, see if I already own them, look them up on Steam, and see if this month's bundle is one that I want to activate, because once I activate, all 12 games will become mine, and I can't go back, obviously. So last month we paused. That was Tropico 6, Sunless Bundle, Shadows Awakening, Autonauts, The Uncertain, Fate Tactics, and more. Did not claim that month, so we did claim the previous 2 months. Golf with Your Friends, Generation Zero, Vampire, Hello Neighbor. I think that was the first month I did this. Wait, did I do it for July? I do not remember how long I've been doing this series. Still fairly new. Maybe I did do July. 1, 2, 3. No, I think I've only done 3 videos. Whatever. Unimportant. It is now November. 12 new games. 12 new games for us to research. I like to see what the cost is. I like to see how long it takes to beat, what's the rating, what's the review, short description, all of that. So let's walk through these 12 games. The links for individual games. It should show up if you scrub the time bar. Should be labeled to tell you which game is discussed when, and then the final decision at the end. So let's look at the 12 games. Usually it lists the headliners first before sort of going into, lesser ones. So it looks like the headliners is Darksiders 3, Yakuza Kiwami 2, Imperator Rome Deluxe Edition, and then other games include Crying Sons, Darksburg, Little Miss of Fortune, Smile for Me, Darkwood, Tioske, how do you pronounce that? Tioke, Rover Mechanic Simulator, Europa, and Townsman, A Kingdom Rebuilt. So let's just get started. Let's look up Darksiders 3. Now I've heard of the original Darksiders. The first 2, in fact, I own the first 2 Darksiders games, but I've never played them. That's just, that's, just looking at my account, I have, my dog just snored. He's sleeping. He's snoring. This is hilarious. I don't know if you can hear that. Either snoring or making sounds in his sleep. Anyways, I have over 1,400 games. Yeah, so I have a lot. Okay, I get a lot of bundles, alright? A lot of humble bundles, a lot of other random bundles. But, so I have a lot of games that I've gotten, and I may not even know that I own and have not played. So, like Darksiders and Darksiders 2, but I don't own Darksiders 3. And wow, this is a $50 or a $60 game normally. However, historical low is $12, so it has gone on sale, but MSRP of $60. That is a AAA price. Has about 75% positive reviews now. That's pretty good. It says, Return to an Apocalypse Earth in Darksiders 3, a hack and slash is death. That's kind of cool. So you play a different horseman every time. Now, I haven't played the series, so if I were to start, I obviously would need to play the first two, or even if I don't, I always love playing the earlier games in this series I mean, if the story is sort of generally carried forward from one to the next. Before I played Witcher 3, I wanted to play The Witcher 1 and 2, even if now they were older. But like Fallout 3, I don't think you needed to play Fallout 1 and 2. It's pretty separate. But I'm gonna guess you need to play these here. Seems to kind of be going towards the same overall plot. The reviews are pretty good. The straightforward simplicity of Darksiders 3 is a refreshing change of pace after exploring so many dense open-world games, bringing the once dead series back to life. So this came out 2018. When did the last one? 2015. That was only dead for 3 years. That's not an unreasonable amount of time. I heard that it wasn't so great when it first came out, but it got, oh, listen to the graph. That didn't have a lot of great reviews at release, a lot of bad, a lot of negative, and then more positive over time. I heard that they did a lot of updates to it, so it wasn't the same. This is a ridiculous game, not worth your time. Why? You remember when you played the original one and thought it could be better? Keep it simple. Let's see, pros, fantastic exploration, character design. I mean, a 75% is really solid. I have to play the first two. You know, my time's already limited. The hard part is I keep getting these bundles. But I may never actually play it, even if I like it. But overall, you know, for paying $12, which this historical low alone is $12, and this is just one of 12 games. I think this is looking pretty good. I think this is good. It's already so much value. You know, I think this is a positive. I think this is a positive. Will I ever actually play it? Stop asking me these loaded questions, okay? I'm doing my best, okay? Maybe. What's next? Yakuza Kiwami 2. Yakuza Kiwami 2. So I know of the Yakuza games. This is a $30 game. Kazuma Kiryu, the Dragon of Toshima, must face the ambitious Ryuji Koda, the Dragon of Kansai, in an all-out war between two rival Yakuza clans, an extreme recreation of one of Yakuza's most beloved entries, now in stunning 4K and unlocked frame rates. There can only be one dragon. Now I heard these games were like ridiculous, like over-the-top action. Yeah, so I thought these were, fan favorite mini games like the Cabaret Club Simulator. Oh boy. It was 92 to 95%. That's really positive. I've honestly heard really good things about these games. I wanted to look up how long to beat some of these games. Like Darksiders 3, that will take 18 hours, solid. You know, I understand that the longer the game doesn't mean that it's better. Right, I know there's immense value out of that, and that's not my main factor. But if the game is like super short, I may not want to feel like it's worth as much. But on the flip side, if a game is super, super long, I'm kind of just like, do I even want to play this? It's just so long. Let's see what Yakuza Kiwami is. 37 hours. No, wait, no, that's Yakuza Like a Dragon. Where's Yakuza Kiwami 2? 34 hours. That's pretty reasonable. Now, because I have Yakuza 0 in the first Yakuza Kiwami. I feel like I might have gotten that from some sort of a different Humble Bundle. But Yakuza Kiwami 2 is on my wish list. I think these are recreations of older Yakuza games. I haven't played any of them, but I feel like maybe I feel like I had a Yakuza game as a kid, a really old one. Maybe I like the original Xbox or something. Yakuza 6, Yakuza 5, no, Yakuza 4, that cover art is speaking to me. PS3, or maybe it was the original one. Oh wait, I think it might be this. Oh wait, it was never on the Xbox. Maybe I'm getting something mixed up. I don't know. Anyways, maybe a friend or something. In any case, yeah, so these seem to be like remasters. Like what is like Yakuza? What is that? I don't know exactly which one it's trying to remaster. If this is like remastering the first one, Kiwami 2. Kiwami 2. Yakuza. Kiwami. That's supposed to be. It's a remake of the first Yakuza. Oh, okay, so it's. Okay, and then I'm guessing Yakuza Kiwami 2 is a remake of the second Yakuza. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. And then Yakuza 0, it was like a prequel. Okay, interesting. I know there's a huge lore here that I am not going to claim to know everything, but again, I heard it was a lot of fun. Crazy stuff going on. It's just like ridiculous gameplay. I mean, it's already on my wish list, so you know, that's absolutely a plus in my book. Let's look at the next game, Imperator Rome Deluxe. Imperator Rome. This is a $40 game, but it only has 52 to 65% positive reviews. Interesting. It came out April of last year. Okay, I mean, it looks like a strategy type game. Rome looks like a lesser like Crusader Kings, I believe is what it's called. Okay, I like some of these games. I don't play them a lot. Historical Low 0 at Steam. That doesn't seem right. Interesting. What does it say? It says Imperator Rome is the newest grand strategy title from Paradox Development Studio, set in the tumultuous centuries after Alexander's successor empires in the east to the foundation of the Roman Empire. Alexander, Hannibal, Caesar, these great men and dozens like them shaped the destiny of a continent. Mighty kings, clever generals, and would-be gods made their mark on the ancient Mediterranean. Around this sea, close-knit nations tested their mettle and virtue against each other in fierce combat. Their culture and political legacy now inseparable from what we understand as Western civilization, but nothing was guaranteed. Can you change the course of history in Imperator Rome? Because there's character management, diverse populations, battle tactics, military traditions, different government types, barbarians and rebellions, trade, provincial improvement, mixed. You know, I guess I play somewhat strategy games. I guess I mostly play to the likes of, say, like Civilization, for example. I think those are really good, really polished. Much more strategy than that, and I just don't really care for the investment it takes to just start playing. It's just so overly complicated. Why does it have so bad reviews? Got mixed between Crusader Kings, Europa Universalis, Victoria 2. Takes all the bad parts out of those three and combine it together. At 697 hours. I wouldn't say I dislike it, but as a player of Paradox Interactive, I cannot recommend it at its current state. They have a non-committal attitude to gameplay vision and gave an exaggerative to a negative feedback. That's relief. The game has mixed reviews because rather than attempting to improve the game since launch, they've regularly reinvented it. Every few months I give the game another shot, but I find I have to relearn too many things. I'm supposed to improve it, not alter it. They apparently had a very rough launch, continuing to improve. People find this fun. I enjoy city building, but this is not that. This is a war simulator of some sort that added on extremely dense UI to simulate an empire. It might be intricate, but it doesn't make it fun. It's okay. It falls short compared to Crusader Kings 2, Europa Universalis, and Hearts of Iron. It's really not great reviews. Yeah, I mean, this isn't... I don't know if I'd actually end up playing anything like this. So, this one's kind of mediocre. Crying Suns. Crying Suns is a tactical roguelite that puts you in the role of a space fleet commander as you explore a mysteriously fallen empire. In this story-rich experience inspired by Dune and Foundation, each successful run will uncover the truth about the empire and yourself as well. Okay, it has 87% positive, $25 game. Similar to Slay the Spire. I like that. The FTL. Inclusion of a well-integrated story in a roguelite game marks it as something of an oddity in the genre. Just enough depth that even beginners can enjoy themselves. Now, honestly, from like what I enjoy most in video games, I would say like story and like characters, atmosphere. I think I even prefer that to gameplay. Like I would much prefer a good story, visual novel where all you do is click, versus a very intricate game that it's a gameplay I don't like. Now I have a love-hate relationship with roguelites. If it's like a game that you play a lot, and if you die you just start over, I really don't like that. I just feel like I have a job. I'm a pretty busy person. I don't just want to keep repeating the same things over and over again, I love progressing a story. So I hate doing the same things over and over again. And maybe in some roguelites, there's a small change. You might get like a new weapon or something, but you're still doing the same thing again. If this, really and truly is advancing the narrative of the story, utilizing this gameplay, that's something to really enjoy. I mean, the atmosphere looks awesome. Like this cube thing. Heck yeah, I love it. It's like a half planet. This looks like, I don't know, Mass Effect stuff. This robot with arms. Sci-fi. Looks awesome. Kind of like pixel graphics as well. looks like you're at some sort of like window. That armed creature is with you. It's like you have a whole different stars, various systems. Looking for artifacts, you have commandos. Oh, you have different officers to lead. I mean, it looks cool. Yeah. I guess I did like Slay the Spire. And doing some of those, I think I didn't play much FTL because it was kind of just hard and like you died, and then I feel like I wasn't making any progress. But I don't know. This has really good reviews. I like how this looks. It looks super cool. Tactical roguelike. Whoa, this okay, so this is what the gameplay looks like. Looks almost like a top-down perspective. It doesn't look too appealing to me. I'm not usually a fan of like top-down, tactical RTS or whatever, which I don't know the gameplay of this exactly, but it doesn't look like something I typically enjoy. I mean, I love to be proven wrong. Procedurally generated universe, I don't love that because I'd rather they'd have like a handcrafted thing for you, so each level is made with care. But what I do like is 300 possible story events, a deep and dramatic storyline structured in 6 chapters. I love how that implies there's like an end game, right? Like, I want to just finish this. At some point, I want there to be like a progressible story where you learn and eventually you end. I think this sounds like it at least has a story to it. So, I think overall this is a good one. Yeah, okay, I like it. It's positive. I wouldn't say it's very positive just yet. But happy to give it a chance. The next historical alone is $12.50. Getting it for $12 along with 11 other games is crazy. Okay, what's next? Darksburg. Then you sort of get into a bunch of games that you may never have really heard of before. But that's okay. Is it Dark? Okay, Darksburg. Alright, it has 60 to 70% to reviews. That's not great. Darksburg is a co-op roguelite in which you must escape a procedurally generated medieval city overwhelmed by undead forces. Fight alongside up to 3 friends, overcome the revenants, and get out while you can. Okay, another rogue-like. Sounds fine. Don't really play with a lot of friends. I might play this with one friend of mine. I don't know if I'd ever get a full party that gets all these Humble Bundle games. That always makes it hard because these games require, 4 people to buy it. But, I don't know if I'd ever have a full group and, is it more fun with 4 people? I don't know. And another rogue light, $20 game by itself. That's pretty good. Reviews aren't great. So another roguelike, but what this, does this have a good story though, or would you just sort of be doing a new medieval city with undead forces, kind of over and over again? Darksburg is a cooperative roguelite action game where you must team up to escape the hordes of infected that have decided to settle down in the quaint little town of Darksburg. Assume the role of one of the heroic survivors, each with their own unique skills and personalities. Power them up with the numerous perks and skills you will come across throughout your runs, and defeat the nefarious revenants and legion of undead that have come to plague this formerly peaceful city. Okay. Master the arts of the gameplay. 3 random perks each time you level up. So I guess you'll get eventually better and better perks. city Alluda contains. Okay, you're gonna have a grave time. Okay, that's fun, I like that. Pretty shallow game, not a lot of replayability, already pretty bored. Starts out super easy, gets hard after Ascension. Gameplay gunky, pretty meh. Superb game. Haven't had this much fun in the past few months. You know what? Outlaw's done with this indie game since I was worth the playthrough at least once with a friend. Takes about an hour. I mean, and already knowing that I'm not the biggest fan of roguelike games and repeatable stuff and replayability. I'd like to just play a game once, beat the story, and not really replay it. Just not a lot of games that I've replayed. I think some sort of combination between these two reviews is where I'm at. Pretty shallow, not a lot of replayability, already pretty bored. That's like something I might say. I mean, just being brutally honest with knowing what I like in video games. But at the same time, I could see myself saying, you know what? There's been a lot worse. Worth the playthrough at least once. Takes about an hour. Maybe I'll play it once or twice. You know, and getting it 12 games, $12, $1 for game. Hey, if I can spend 2 hours in this game, have fun for 2 hours, that's worth $1 every day of the week. Take that to the bank. Similar to Dark Souls, huh? Interesting. Yeah. Would I play it? You know, would I play it in the first place? I don't know. But it's sort of, you know, neutral. I feel like this one, The Crying Sons, emphasize that it has a great story. I feel like whenever I play co-op games, also, it's less about the story and more about the gameplay and, you know, being with your friend there, which usually detracts away from whatever story there might be. I'm sorry, friends, but I like a good story. So that one, you know, meh. Alright, what's next? Little Miss Fortune. Interesting. Little Miss Fortune. Led by her new friend, Mr. Voice, Miss Fortune ventures into the woods where mysteries are unraveled and a little bad luck unfolds. Is that a fox? Mr. Voice sounds weird. That looks like it's some sort of like cultist ritual or something. Really strange art style. Kinda looks creepy, honestly. This game looks like it looks like it's drawn for children with this little art style, but then has like a deep dark undertone, which I kind of like that. You know, its looks belie its tone. $20. Historical low, $13. Adventure indie point and click choices matter. Big fan of narrative driven games. As I said, choices matter. I love those. Love games where you can make choices. All of like the Telltale games, even if the choices don't matter in the end, right? It's fun. What the heck, this ghost girl? That scary missing girl. This game actually looks scary for its art style. What the heck is going on there? My goodness. Update notes, what is that? Little Miss Fortune. I'm getting super mixed messages here on what this is about. Little Miss Fortune is a game about lost innocence, trust, and childhood. It's about morbid curiosity and the charming adventures we all go on as kids. 88%. That's really good. That's good. For sure. Features. Skull features. Why does it have a skull there? Why would it put skulls in front of fish features? What the heck? This is like the weirdest. This is the entirety. Little Miss Fortune is an interactive story focused on exploration and characters. Hey, that's amazing. I love interactive story. I love characters. Both sweet and chicken, the kitty, and the foxy. Visit a pet cemetery with a shovel. Now with real human voices, hear Misfortune say some pretty cute things. Missing children. There's a monster. Fall in love. Commit petty crimes. What the heck sort of feature list is that? That's... Sounds like this was written. I can't tell if this is like written like poorly because it's like a, inexperienced developer or something, or it's written poorly on purpose to be funny and silly. I don't get it. I did try to give it a chance, but it didn't feel right. Her voice grates. Happiness. That was the best little lady that ever was. Not for everyone. Don't get if you are looking for puzzles and exploration. Absolutely get if you want an engaging and bittersweet interactive story. It's almost more of a visual novel, not heavy on actual gameplay. Game type side-scrolling 2B platformer. Hardness, easy peasy, scariness, yeah. Graphics better than Franbo, but worse than Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria Simulator. Wait, what? Sharing the same universe with the game Franbo by Kilmonte Games. I don't know Franbo. That looks scary. What the heck? Okay, so this definitely seems like deceptively scary games. Okay, what? Similar to Danganronpa and The Witcher 3. What the heck sort of recommendations are those? No way. That's ridiculous. I'm kind of digging the vibe this is giving off. I'm actually digging this. Yeah, I like it. I like that one. I like Little Misfortune. Okay, Smile for Me. That just sounds freaking creepy. It sounds like it's like sexist and like it sounds like the villain from Jessica Jones. A heartbroken clown, wayward souls, and juicy mechanical lips. As the big event draws near, help the troubled residents of the habitat and demask the mysterious Dr. Habit before it's too late. What one has like 99% positive reviews with like 700. That's crazy. It has some live action stuff. Indie adventure, casual, psychological horror are the tags. What the heck is up with these games? These look like cartoonish games. But this one literally has psychological horror in the tags. What is going on? Similar to Danganronpa and Soma. I played the Danganronpa series. Those are sort of the same thing. It's like, oh, look how challenging this is, and it gets so dark, so quick. Soma, haven't played, but I know what that game is. Are You So Baddie? Smile for Me is an unconventional point-and-click adventure game that puts you at the center of an abstract world. Nod and shake your head to chat with new friends and solve the mysteries that cheer them up. No, so you shake. Are you a baddie? You say no. Well, greetings. Or yes, get out of here, villain. You may be silent, but you gotta want to say nod and shake your way through the habitat with a host of funky characters, so you shake your head up and down. What the heck? Cure them of their blues. Make your choice, so you... What the heck? Charming animations, backstories, gossip, condescending narrator. Wait, okay, features. Explore a beautiful world, solve a mouthful of tricky puzzles, chat with 23 ridicule your characters. But that's not all. There are charming animations, secret backstories, too much gossip. There's more. Emotional baggage, alarming puppetry, a condescending narrator, keep it going, depressed clowns, fear of mortality, the true meaning of friendship. Where am I? Okay, just a little misfortune. Takes about 3 hours. And what was that? Smile for me. Smile for me takes about 4 hours. I feel like I'm going crazy. These games have just took like similar to Danganronpa. I mean, what psychological horror in the tags. I love the characters and like funny, silly stuff. Honestly, this game seems awesome. Dr. Abbott, like this, seriously. What's the dude? Villain from Jessica Jones. What was it? Kilgrave. Wasn't he able to like make people all smile and be happy or something? Purple Man. But the virus too, so we can control them. I think couldn't he make them smile or something? I haven't actually seen it, but I thought I remember. Okay, this is live act. What is going on with these games? These last two. This is insane, but I kind of like it. This is all about the story here. Okay, this whole thing threw me for a loop here. These are misleading, and I kind of dig it. All right, the next one, Darkwood. Darkwood, a new perspective on survival horror. Scavenge and explore a rich, ever-changing, free-roam world by day, then hunker down in your hideout and pray for the morning light. So it's a top-down survival horror. Trees whisper so calmly. Oh, this does seem creepy as hell. $15 game. 93% positive reviews for being kind of like pixely. Whoa, that is such a creepy look to it. That's actually almost like disturbing looking. That game does look scary. Mom, pick me up, I'm scared. Okay, incredible game. If on sale, wait for it to pass and buy it. If on sale, wait for it to pass and buy it full price. Wow. Took me 75 in-game days to finish the story. Played on normal. I hate jump scares. This game has none. The way it induces fear is much more sinister, twisted, and disturbed. I kinda like that. I don't want just jump scares. Any equipment you get only improves your chances. It's not unfair. It will reward carefully cautious, cunning, brave, observing, and thought-through players. Okay, so this seems... Okay, it gets real spoopy real quick. Okay, so generally not a fan of horror games. I know I just did the Amnesia a couple videos, but there's other games I'd rather be playing. But this seems like it's not jump scares, which I like that. I sort of like if it's going to be scary, have it be scary in the atmosphere and the tone and the vibe. I kind of like that. So this just seems like an overall scary. All these games, this went from like AAA pretty good to just scary horror outright very quickly. Adventure, but it seems to have really good reviews and a really creepy art style, that's for sure. Similar to Outlast, it does kind of look like Outlast. I've never played. Tension, unnerving experience, anguish, shrieks that dog. Great. Just great. Okay, would I ever play it? I don't know. But, you know, some horror games can definitely be like cheaply made. I feel like it's sort of a genre where you can just throw out sort of cheaply made products to get jump scares. But it does not seem to be like that. So, I'm not a huge fan of survival games though. I don't want to die and restart. It kind of just boils back down to that. Okay. Well. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Not sure if it's a positive, but it's not a negative like it could have been. Okay. Sioque. I'm gonna call it Sioque. T-S-I-O-Q-U-E. T-S-I-O-Q. Sioque. Sioque. Pronounce Chiak. Chiak. So T-S-I is G. Chiak is a dark but playful point-and-click adventure, hand-animated in meticulous frame-by-frame 2D. Escape the clutches of an evil wizard and discover the secrets hidden within the spellbound castle of your ancestors. Interesting. Story-rich. I feel like when this says dark, it doesn't mean psychological horror like other ones. I mean, the hand-animated, this looks really good. Like, this scene here, really good. I mean, it looks, you know, absolutely beautiful. Hand-drawn, yeah. It only has, that's 96% positive reviews. Only has about 100 reviews, though. This game looked like it probably took a lot more work and didn't get as... Why is this also similar to Witcher 3 and Danganronpa? Not everything can be like that. And the ending itself is as heartwarming and feel good as you can hope for. Spot on humor. Okay, this one can't be like Danganronpa. Those things are just ridiculous sometimes. Best indie game, want some indie game winners. Huh, okay. More like this, Amnesia Rebirth. What? Why? Relatively short, but concerning what the game is, that's understandable. Great art, story is fine, price is pretty good. Fun little story. Did make me laugh a few times. I mean, it seems 2 to 3 hours of entertainment. I mean, which for completely hand drawing. 2 to 4 hours. That's pretty good. You know, it's for being hand animated, that's not bad. I bet this is a very nice, solid game. I don't know if I see anything that like makes it outstanding, that like really sets it apart or stands out. For it to stand out, you know, in all the games in my library that I haven't played yet. But, you know, I might get to it one day. And that's kind of like the best I can say for a lot of games. Okay, Rover Mechanic Simulator. Okay, as an engineer, a crew member of one of the first Mars colonies, you are responsible for repairing and maintaining Mars rovers. In this advanced simulator, you will learn the internal details of various Mars rovers and their components. Okay, so this is an early access game. Now, if you follow my channel, you know, you can see that I've been playing Car Mechanic Simulator. What this looks like, it uses a very similar thing. It kind of shows you what's in good condition and what's not. In Artifacts, Playway. Yep, it's the same publishers. Pyramid Games. They made Earth and Mars Mechanic Bundle, 4-Car Mechanic Simulator. Occupy Mars, Zookeeper. Sounds like. So this publisher, they're known for just making simulators out of everything. Cooking Simulator, Thief Simulator, House Flipper. Yeah. Barn Finders. Just so many simulator type games. And I guess they find just different developers to make it for them. I mean, the graphics look really good. Looks like it kind of uses the same engine from Car Mechanic Simulator. Looks very similar to Car Mechanic Simulator. I wonder how much difference can be for Mars rovers. Like, would I just be doing the same rover over and over again? Or is there like a ton of different Mars rovers? I guess there could be multiple of them. It has 93% positive. I mean, these are good. Yeah, there's Mars Mech Simulator, Dinosaur Fossil Hunter. It has addicting in the same kind of way that you get into assembling IKEA furniture. It's good and all, but the parts assembly part feels a bit slow and not very smooth like in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. I just hope in the future they will fix that. A few minor problems. It only went live. When was this released? February 2020, so earlier this year. That's pretty quick. It's still early access, which I don't usually want to buy games that are still in early access. But this seems fine. Like, I can maybe even make a YouTube video of this. Maybe if I'm making a bunch of Car Mechanic Simulators, this might be a good break in the action, you know. Yeah, it seems like it wouldn't be as replayable as Car Mechanic Simulator, but who knows? Because in Car Mechanic Simulator, I like the also aspect of managing your own garage. You know, and improving your garage and kind of making money. It seems like there's none of that management aspect. As far as I can see, they're very well maybe. I don't understand. You can't like increase your base or something. Oh, maybe you can. I don't know. Alright. Europa. Okay. Europa. $20 game. 97% ratings, that's good. When Europa is torn apart, you must use your unique wall-walking ability to navigate a strange, fragmented city, restore it to former glory, and learn who you really are. A platform puzzle paint adventure about breaking rules, being upside down, and thinking outside the box. $20 game, it's been $3 before. Puzzle platformer, 3D platformer, Metroidvania. No, it's positive, but pretty limited. It looks like you make your little characters. You can walk on the walls, funny. I feel like there's a lot of sort of indie platformer games that create some like crazy traversal mechanic, movement mechanic. To build a whole game using puzzles based on that. And that's fine. And I'm sure it's executed really well. It's just very, very hard for a game to stand out, I think. It's a beautiful world will amaze you. It's addictive, pleasant place to visit. Aside from a little bit of jank, it's a wonderful little game. A stomach-turning puzzle game for people who are not scared of heights. Had a blast with it. Would totally recommend it to anyone who enjoys puzzle platformers. Wonky yet good. Very polished, fun game. It does get very difficult. Wow. But no level skip. You have to persevere or give up. Okay. Under $4. Graphics are quite it says sometimes. Huh. I like Portal on Inside. I think that's definitely a more fair comparison for this game. I mean, if this would have said comparable to freaking Danganronpa again, something is crazy. I'm living in a fantasy world. But I mean, this seems to be Freckle. This is their only game. Interesting. A very small indie game, like I said. I don't know if there's enough to make me play it so I can stand out. You know, not sure. Alright, in the last game, Townsmen, A Kingdom Rebuilt. Townsmen, A Kingdom Rebuilt hands the crown to you. Guide your people from their first steps in a small village to massive medieval metropolis with thousands of inhabitants. 77 to 81% positive reviews. Strategy simulation casual. This looks like a mobile game that you see online, honestly. Currently $8. Historical low of 4. Welcome, Your Highness. A vast land awaits your settlers and is ready to be colonized. Send your architects and builders to plan and construct a city, but also send your craftsmen to cut some wood and mine ore. Make sure your fields are on fertile grounds to get all the food for your hungry subjects. Townsmen, yeah, okay. Citizens have various needs in order to stay happy. Keep the tax coins rolling, which need to build even more. Seasonal change. Seasonal demand change are different things. I mean, it doesn't seem bad. No, it seems kind of nice. Endless mode, 24 map scenarios and tasks. Seems very casual. Played for about an hour before I hit a paywall for DLC in the tutorial scenario. Plays like a mobile port. Game is a simple city builder that would be a good time killer if they allowed you to play without purchasing the DLC. That's the Seaside Empire. Is that what that's saying? Does this game have microtransactions in it? It looks cutesy, doesn't mind us all. This really is just a mobile game ported to PC. It seems like a quick cash grab with some motivation. Small maps aren't small, they are tiny because they have limited hardware capacity. UI is a catastrophe. The clickable area is huge because smartphones. But what's really killing my interest in an instant and represented by my very short playtime is that even in endless mode you get to see the label that the DLC is missing, meaning you cannot build certain houses. But instead of removing those buildings until you decide on if you want to own or buy the DLC, it reminds you. I had a quest where I needed the DLC. A mobile game brought to PC. Okay, well, I'm sure it's casual, I'm sure it's okay. But, yikes. You might like a sort of mindless game on a phone or something. But, on a PC, I mean, on a phone maybe I'm somewhere and I'm waiting for something and I'm fine with passing the time. On a PC, I'm usually dedicated to gaming. I'm ready to game, so I don't know about this one. This seems like a mobile game. Yeah, okay. Well, that's it. We've gone through all 12 games. I'm just going to do a quick recap of all of them before I make a decision. Darksiders 3 seems like a AAA game. Full AAA game price. Haven't played the first two, would need to play those before I get to this one. But seems generally positive. I might play it one day. I'd give this one a thumbs up. Yakuza Kiwami 2. They had the first couple Yakuza Kiwamis. I may want to play those first. Similar situation, but this has great reviews. I mean, it's on my wish list already. I heard these are just super silly, super fun, over-the-top, action-y, crazy games. thumbs up, because it's on my wish list already. If a game is on my wish list, automatic 2 thumbs up. Imperator Rome, a new grand strategy title. Paradox Edit Rome, very, very mixed reviews. Seems like I had a bad launch and also not great development improvement. Clunky UI. It's a $40 game. You know, I'm not giving it a thumbs down because it's not a game that I'm gonna like actively hate or dislike. And also, I give thumbs downs for games that I already own, which surprisingly I don't own any of the games in this bundle. Well, that's really good. Sometimes that happens, and of course it wouldn't be worth it for me in that situation. But I don't own anything, so if it's a game that I'm just probably not gonna play, I'm gonna give it just a neutral thumb. Neutral thumb. Crying Suns. Roguelike, which is but it says it has a really great story, and the story looks cool, the atmosphere looks cool. Positive reviews. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Dirksburg, the co-op roguelike. Procedurally generated medieval city overwhelmed. I mean, this one just kind of seems more like a meh to me. I probably will never end up actually playing it. I have so many games. Middle thumb. It's not like a bad game. It's just meh. Little Misfortune. A game that something creepy's going on. 87 to 88%. Something creepy's going on. You gotta figure it out. You know, a nice. Sometimes I love the short 2 to 3 hour games. Probably be perfect for an ASMR series, honestly. You know, like a mini series. You know, cute graphics, but seems to get dark at some point. More like a visual novel, it says, but I love the story more than gameplay. So, definite thumbs up. Smile for me. Like 99% positive reviews. Crazy characters. Like, very creepy. This one literally has psychological horror listed as a tag. These last 2 games, this one just like sounds like you're still like going insane. I don't know what to say. The characters look awesome, so it looks awesome. I'm giving this one 2 thumbs up. Like, it's literally worth 2 thumbs up. Amazing. Darkwood. A horror game that seems like it actually does horror really well. I'm not a huge horror fan. When there's other things to play, it seems like it's done really good. I'm tempted to give this one a thumbs up, but I'm just gonna give it a middle thumb. Almost said middle finger, but I'm not giving it a thumbs down. So just middle. Seahawk. Beautiful, handcrafted, you know, looks nice, pretty short. You know, when I actually play it, I don't know. I kind of want to give it a thumbs up, but I don't know if I'd ever actually play it. I have some more sort of like point and click games, adventure games. I'm going to give it a middle. Maybe 1 thumbs up. Rover Mechanic Simulator. You know, it's like Car Mechanic Simulator. I can play it a couple times before it gets boring. You know, nothing wrong with that. I don't know how much replayability it can have, but I'll give it a single thumbs up. Europa. Yeah, that's sort of the indie puzzle platformer game with the crazy movement mechanic. I don't know, nothing stands out as making me want to play it over a ton of other indie platformers. So, I'm a medium thumb. Talisman Kingdom Rebuild. Yeah, this one actually looks actively bad with what it said about DLC. I mean, it has fine reviews, but it does look like a mobile game. I don't know, there's so many other like city builders, just play like Civilization or I don't know, like Banished or something. this one an actual thumbs down because of. I mean, some of these it's like I may never play. I don't know if I should give it a thumbs down. Imperator Rome, maybe a thumbs down. Darksburg, maybe a thumbs down. I don't dislike how it looks. It's just meh. But this one, I actually dislike it, and I'm gonna give it a thumbs down. And so we got 1 thumbs up. We got 2 thumbs up for that one game. So 3 thumbs up. Meh. 4 thumbs up. Meh. 5 thumbs up. 6, 7 thumbs up. 8 thumbs up, I'll say, and 1 thumbs down. I did give a thumbs up to joke, so 9 thumbs up, and a thumbs down for Townsman. I might give a thumbs down to Europa too. So net positive of 7. Honestly, that's really, really good. The most difficult part for me, or what would usually prevent me from purchasing, is if I have some of the headliners like Darksiders 2 or Yakuza. I think previous Humble bundles. I think I own some of them. Like I own Sunless. I own Vampire. I got that one anyways. But I own a lot of them. I don't own any of these games, which that's a net positive. I really want Yakuza. That's on my wish list. If a game's on my wish list already, to be fair, I have like 400 games on my wish list. If any game looks relatively cool, I will just add it immediately. So that looks great. Darksiders looks fine. Looks good. But I think the hidden stars here is a little bit crying sons if the story is as good as it says. But Little Misfortune and Smile for me. Some indie games can be so creative. It almost looks like Jazzpunk, which was kind of a silly game as well. I don't know if you ever played Jazzpunk. That was a really good one. Just like super funny and like very, very silly humor. Sort of the way that the characters stand out. Kind of like Danganronpa almost too, where it's like cardboard cutouts. Okay, I think that's actually. I'm so curious about these games that look cool, but say it's like freaking psychological horror. Like, what is that? What is this about? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I think this is actually very clear. I think this is one of the best bundles that they've done in a long time. Generally good indie games. Good headliners that I don't have. Decent headliners could do better for me personally, of course. But solid headliners and some really, really intriguing indie games. Yeah, my 3 months have already been paid. Yeah, let's get it. Activating it. I'm gonna do it right here on video. Yeah. Yep, activated. Honestly, Smile for me, I'm the most curious about. That seems. I don't even know. Well, there you have it. I've made my choice. I am getting the November 2020. I think that puts it at 3 bundles that I have activated versus 1 that I've skipped. That should explain why I have so many games in my backlog. And now that I think about it, I don't think I've even played any of the games from either of these bundles that I have activated anyways, but man, I'll get to it one day, right? Well, thank you so much, my friends. Let me know if you have Humble Bundle and what you think of these games. I haven't played any of these either, so if you have played one, please let me know your thoughts, good or bad, if you liked it or not. Let me know if you'd like to see a series, maybe a Little Misfortune or Smile for me. I wonder if it has the potential to be very good.